Okay, we're on Perek Chet, Mishnah Aleph in Terumot. Terumot, first Mishnah in the 8th chapter of Terumot. So we've learned before that if someone eats Terumah b'shogeg by accident, he's chayav keren and chomesh. So now we're going to learn about a number of interesting cases where it's possibly b'shogeg, i.e. Accidental, and maybe a little bit more like, be'ones. Okay? So as we're going to see. Says the Mishnah, Isha shaita ochelet b'trumah. A woman is eating trumah. She lives in Yad Binyamin, and she's eating the trumah because she's the wife of a kohen. So people came and said, Meit ba'alich o gershech. Your husband died. Your husband was living in Vienna, and he died, or he divorced you. He divorced you, and now it turns out is lemafreya for the past week or whatever. You've been eating trumah, even though you're not allowed to, because you were not the wife of a kohen. Furthermore, similar, a slave was eating trumah. And they said to him, Meit Rabach, your master died. O machrach l'Yisrael. Or he sold you to a Jew, to a Yisrael. You're no longer the property of a kohen, so you can't eat trumah. O nitanach b'matana. Or he gave you as a gift. O asech ben chorin, or he freed you, so you could no longer eat trumah. Similarly, so last week you were eating trumah. V'chein, similarly. Kohen shaya ochel b'trumah. He's a kohen, he's eating trumah. V'no dashu hu ben grusha u ben chalutza. And he finds out that he's ben grusha ben chalutza. Let's learn in the Bartanura. Upasul milechol trumah. His father married a grusha. His father is not allowed to marry a grusha or a chalutza. She's asuralo. He married one anyways. And now he discovers, they did some family research and they found out that he's a ben grusha or ben chalutza, so he can't eat trumah. So what, in all of these cases, Rabbi Eliezer mechayev keren v'chomesh. Rabbi Eliezer says you're chayev keren and chomesh because you are eating trumah b'shogeg. Rabbi Yehoshua poter. Rabbi Yehoshua says you're patur. So the question is, why does Rabbi Yehoshua say you're patur? So it's very interesting. The Kahati says, and the Bartanura says the following: the Gemara and the Bavli muki la davka be'ochel trumat chametz be'erev Pesach. Specifically, when he's eating trumah that's chametz on erev Pesach. Mano bahul. So it's like erev Pesach. It's 9 o'clock in the morning. 10 o'clock, you got rid of all of it. So you're eating and you're bahul. You're actually fulfilling a mitzvah biur chametz. The hour is pressing. You have to eat. You have truma bread. You can't waste it. You can't burn it. You can't destroy it. You have to eat it. Therefore, in that case, you're a bahul. And in that case, let's look at the Ikar Tosfot Yom Tov, anusimhem. In that case, Rabbi Yehoshua says you're patur, because even though the shogeg is by accident, you didn't know. All these cases seem to be shogeg. So in this case, Rabbi Eliezer, in the specific case where you're bahul al trumah erev Pesach, you're patur, because that's not shogeg. Rabbi Yehoshua says that's anus. Again, the Kahati notes in his commentary, he says there's other explanations for why Rabbi Yehoshua says you're patur. He says, and it's not just a case of bahul al chametz. You can look it up if you want. Haya omed. Similarly, in the other case, haya omed umakriv al gabe mizbeach kohen. So now we're no longer talking about eating truma. We're talking about a different case. Haya omed umakriv al gabe mizbeach. He's offering a korban on the mizbeach. V'nodashu ben grusha ben chalutza. He's a halal. He's not a kohen that can bring korbanot. Rabbi Eliezer Omer. Rabbi Eliezer says, Kol hakorbanot shikriv al gabe mizbeach psulim. Everything you offered until now is pasul. Rabbi Yehoshua machshir. Rabbi Yehoshua says it's kosher. Why? Rabbi Yehoshua, we should follow. Rabbi Eliezer is right. He was a halal. Rabbi Yehoshua says there's a specific pasuk. Tichtiv. It says in Zot HaBracha. In the Levi Amar, Barach Hashem chelo. God should bless his chayil, his chelo, his virility. Upoal yadav tirtzeh. And the act of his hand, tirtzeh, should be wanted. Afilu chalal shebo poal yadav tirtzeh. So even if he's a halal, the action of his hand should be wanted, should be desired. So even though we would never let him offer, if we found it afterwards, Rabbi Eliezer has a specific pasuk that says the korbanot of halal, Rabbi Yehoshua says, the korbanot of halal are kosher. But, no dashu balmum, not if he's a halal. Not he's a kohen that's pasul, but he's a balmum, i.e. there's a blemish. He's not kasher to bring a kahuna, then avodato psula. Av Rabbi Yehoshua, even Rabbi Yehoshua would say it's psula, dichtiv, as it's written, et briti shalom. Kadosh Baruch Hu gave to Pinchas, Hineni notin lo et briti shalom. Keshu shalem, when he's shalem, velo keshu chaser. And not when he's a chaser. So therefore, a kohen who's a Baal Mum, never, even if he did it b'shogeg, he didn't know he's a Baal Mum, and he got the results from the test, he's a Baal Mum, they tell him you're a Baal Mum, nonetheless, everything that he did now is pasul. We'll stop here. If you have any comments or questions, as always, email me at arspoter@gmail.com. We'll dedicate the learning to the memory of my father, Rav Simcha ben Yitzchak Kalman. Have a great day.